Imagine hitting rewind on planet Earth. Skyscrapers vanish, continents drift back together, life de-evolves into single cells, until all that's left is a swirling cloud of cosmic dust. Now, hit play. What happens this time? Would Earth give rise to the same life forms? Would we, humans, still exist? Or were we just a strange accident of nature? This question, what if we reran Earth's history, might sound like science fiction, but it's a real scientific thought experiment. What if we could replay Earth's entire evolutionary history from scratch? Same atmosphere, same chemicals, same starting conditions, but let the events unfold again, naturally. Would the same species evolve? Would intelligence rise? Or would life branch in totally different directions, shaped by chaos, randomness, and cosmic dice rolls? This is the core of a debate that's divided scientists for decades, and its implications stretch far beyond Earth. Paleontologist Jay Gould first posed the idea in the 1980s. He believed life is fundamentally unpredictable. He called it replaying the tape of life. If we rewound the tape and let it play again, tiny changes in early events, like a storm here, an extinction there, could completely alter the path of evolution. Gould argued that if we ran Earth's timeline 1,000,000 times, it's likely that humans, or even intelligence as we know it, might never show up again. But not everyone agrees. Biologist Simon Conway Morris argues for something called convergent evolution, the idea that evolution tends to find similar solutions to similar problems, even when the circumstances are wildly different. Think about wings. Birds, bats, and even pterosaurs all evolved the ability to fly, completely independently. Or eyes. Eyes have evolved separately dozens of times across the tree of life. According to Morris, even if the details changed, something like us would still evolve, because intelligence might just be nature's endgame. He suggests that evolution is not as open-ended as it looks. Certain traits like vision, flight, and yes, intelligence may be such good solutions to life's challenges that evolution keeps rediscovering them. Let's look at dolphins and sharks. They look nearly identical in the water, but one's a mammal and the other is a fish. That's convergence. Evolution didn't copy. It adapted to the same problem, moving fast through water. Even plants do this. Cacti in the Americas and euphorbias in Africa both developed thick, waxy skins and spines to survive the desert heat, despite being totally unrelated. So maybe if you rewound time, you wouldn't get Homo sapiens, but maybe you'd still get something with a big brain, good hands, and curiosity. Now imagine we reran Earth's history 100 times. In one version, the asteroid misses and dinosaurs never go extinct. In another, a megavolcano erupts early, radically shifting the climate. Or maybe there's a longer ice age that delays the emergence of complex life by millions of years. What if Earth had slightly more water or slightly less land? That changes where life can form and how it spreads. In some alternate timelines, maybe intelligent birds evolve. In others, maybe it's the octopus, a master of camouflage, a problem solver with limbs that practically think on their own. Maybe they come onto land and build civilization. Or maybe nothing thinks at all. Life evolves, yes, but it stays simple. A world full of algae, coral reefs, and trilobites. No art, no science, no wondering about the stars. But before we even ask about intelligence, there's a bigger question. Would life itself evolve again? Scientists call the origin of life abiogenesis. It's the process where simple chemicals turn into self-replicating molecules. And we've seen the early steps in lab experiments. When you recreate Earth's early conditions, volcanic gases, lightning, and water, you get amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. Some molecules even start to self-organize. Others form little bubbles, primitive cell-like structures. On Earth, life began just a few 100 million years after the planet cooled. That's fast on a cosmic clock. Maybe life isn't a fluke. Maybe it's an automatic response to the right chemistry. And we know life can survive boiling heat, freezing cold, acidic lakes, radioactive caves, and deep sea vents. Life, once started, is persistent. But intelligence? That's a whole different beast. Out of the billions of species Earth has seen, only one built telescopes, cities, and spaceships. One invented mathematics, music, and memes. Some animals are clever. Octopuses open jars, crows make tools, whales learn songs. But none of them wrote down the laws of physics. So is intelligence inevitable, or a freak accident? Some scientists think intelligence is just what happens when brains get big enough to simulate reality. Others say it's a fluke, a byproduct of evolutionary traits that happen to align just right. If intelligence is rare, then even on another Earth, with the same oceans, the same continents, the same sunlight, it may never show up again. Here's something wild to think about. If Earth's history were squeezed into a 24-hour clock, life starts at 4 a.m. Dinosaurs don't show up until 10 p.m. Modern humans, 11:59:58 p.m. All of recorded history, from the first cave paintings to spaceflight, happens in the final 2 seconds. We showed up fast, suddenly, and maybe accidentally. So if you hit play on Earth again, would we show up at all? This question isn't just for curiosity's sake. It shapes how we think about the universe. If evolution tends toward intelligence, the cosmos could be teeming with minds, maybe watching us back. But if intelligence is rare, if we're a 1 in a million rerun, we might be completely, heartbreakingly alone. Replaying Earth's history tells us something profound. It's not just about fossils or alternate timelines. It's about understanding how fragile and how lucky we might be. So if we rewound time, would Earth still end up with minds, machines, and music? Or would it end in silence? Let me know what you think. Would another Earth give rise to something like us, or just another age of moss and trilobites? And if this made you question everything you thought you knew, subscribe to Deep Frame Nature. There's a whole universe of stories left to tell.